Good evening and welcome on in to another edition of From Day 1. The Part 2 edition, as always, let's hit the mailbag first, see what we have. Bunch of nice, lovely hearts. 4 guild activity. Let's see, ranking rewards, 70 emeralds with 2 potions. Aw, I'll take a present. Thank you for Prizzy. Oh, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different. So let's start from the, well, no, because as soon as we click, it's going to automatically go back to the top. So Aces, Deuces, that's the 1, 2. That is the minimum one. That's like the $18 variety. Cynthia, 3, 6. That's the $125 variety. Coolahan, $125 variety. I believe that's like either the $40 or $70. And the 30. So 500 energy we'll keep for later. Ooh, we can always use gold. Thank yous. The victory for 20 medals, and the overall week for the max 60, 150, and 200. Alrighty, after last night, I made sure I got a friend to come along for the ride for today's auditors. And we go to Broken System, Broken Trust being the auditor. Along for the ride for me is Mr. Tones, who sometimes overthinks things. Let's begin.
Patient Crusader.
Back out. Back live again. So that's MCC that's freaking up there. Just hanging back, giving you guys kind of behind the scenes type aspect of what goes on in creating some YouTube content.
Really, that's what you're here to do. And here I thought the purpose of auditing was to, I don't know, defend the First Amendment and uphold the Constitution. But now you're telling us it's just for the purpose of generating content on YouTube for clout? What a surprise.
We're out taking a peek at what auditors do best, which is go and exercise.
Fuck up everything. Be total drains on society. Be an anal fucktard.
Their rights at public buildings and see if people are going to flip out on them for filming in public. So
Oh, you're an
that's
idiot.
what we're out doing today. I'm just kind of hanging back because anybody that knows MCC and frickin' knows they have a hell of a thing going with their duo. And so I'm just trying to hang back and not mess anything up for them.
Oh, don't worry, Josh. I'm sure you'll find a way. I mean, you did a pretty good job messing up your whole life. What with, getting kicked out of the Marines in lieu of a court-martial for being on meth. I'll admit frauditors are right about one thing. Making record requests can be fun.
Oh! Oh, you actually pulled their trick on them. I like you, Tones. I really, really like you.
I should have a death certificate. Josh died. He's now broken. A new birth certificate for me. I'm now broken. Maybe that's what I'm going to say at my next court date when they ask if I'm Joshua Lanto. I'm going to say, no, I'm broken. I'm broken on YouTube.
Yeah, please, go ahead and do that. I beg you. I just really beg you. The only thing I do ask, please take that deal. Because I want to see the honor either slap her face head, kind of like those people from Network. Like, that. Or hold you in contempt and then arrest you for providing false information. Oh, by the way, we also have George Takei here who wants to say something about you.
You are made of stupid.
That's my name now. So, but then they might try to hit you with, oh, well, that's not your legal name and that's going to be another charge. Like, no, I prefer to go by broken. Thank you very much.
Josh, Chief Keller, Miss Hameme, and Judge Costin find all this as interesting as I do. The problem is, though, they don't find it as funny as I do.
So, but we'll see. I have a lot of fun ideas for the March 1st court date, but it's scheduled as a pretrial. which who knows, it could be another arraignment because they can't get anything right at that courthouse. They mark it for pretrial, but it's actually an arraignment. They mark it for an arraignment. It's actually, well, a show cause. So, we'll see.
No, the arraignment process is over. That much was obvious from your last court date. You chose to stand mute, and the judge entered a not guilty plea on your behalf. Problem is, you couldn't stop impersonating a Phoenix Wright meme and kept saying objection over and over, instead of perhaps listening?
I was told
Oh, you mean the objection? That thing. Okay.
I get to make all my arguments at a pretrial. That's the proper place for it, is not the arraignment, but the pretrial.
That's right. He can be taught.
My God, you actually learned something.
Basically, it's like, hey, let us get jurisdiction over you, and then you can argue the jurisdiction issue. Like, no thanks, I don't want to do that.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
I don't want to give you jurisdiction and just hand it over to you and concede it, because that's what most people do.
No, you were caught driving with an expired license within the geographical boundaries of the state of Michigan, who by the 10th Amendment has the right to make it illegal to drive without a license. You are in their jurisdiction. There is no argument.
So, anyways, enough of a rant. MCC was right over there. He was checking in on some windows, checking to see if these folks need some blinds. 1-800-privacy, I believe, is the number to USA Blinds. So, guys, my next business venture is to come out with a blinds factory. I'm going to start manufacturing blinds.
Okay, that's it. I'm done. The video is very long, and to be perfectly honest, it's actually very boring. But let's actually get to the heart of the issue, or perhaps lack thereof. During this live stream, myself and several others were present in the chat. Now, while I would have been content to just continuously troll the man, I decided instead to make one last effort to get through to him and understand his situation, and made a genuinely serious statement.
Uh-oh.
Could always wave to the camera. Tones overthinks it. Let's see, what was your nonsense that you said? Tones overthinks it. Problem is, Josh.
Well, let's see. Actually, I have that quotation. Tones, I'll be more than happy to read it for you. Problem is, Josh, the only way to get better at anything is to stop this absolute nonsense and focus on your life and your family before you end up losing both, and that this, aka being a moron, is all that you have left.
Josh, the only way to get better at anything is to stop this absolute nonsense and focus on your life and your family before you end up losing both, and this is all you have left.
Up to this point, I felt that there may be some hope for Josh. That perhaps he's merely misguided, and that if he just stops and really thinks about what he's risking, and perhaps that would be the wake-up call he needs.
Oh, Tones, you poor, 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 misguided Tones. You know, I was so loving you, but if you really believe that these auditors have that, we need to talk off screen.
My hope for this is from a place of genuine concern. Not for him, of course, I could care less, but rather for his family, whom he does risk dragging down with him if he continues this. He did state in his interview with Keeping It Criminal that he may very well be on the verge of losing his home, his fiancée, his future stepdaughter, his 3-year-old son, and his firstborn daughter, who he may or may not have custody of, it's a bit vague, may end up out on the street because of his unwillingness to do what is right for them. Not because the government says to do it, but because it's the right thing to do. Now, given the choice between his foolish activism that will get him clearly nowhere but perhaps in jail and his family homeless, Joshua Lanto needs to decide. And he does.
And here it comes.
Well, sometimes in life we got to make sacrifices, and we do make choices, and I'm responsible for those choices, Tones. So I make my choices, you make your choices. You know, that's basically how it goes. You know, you make your choices, I'll make my choices.
And now we know the answer. We know that there is no coming back for Joshua Lanto, that he has made the decision that he would gladly sacrifice his family and their well-being in the name of this absolute nonsense on his part. Up to this point, I found him to be a pitiable man. Josh, those days are now over. You have shown your true colors and have proven to everyone that despite your claims to the contrary, you don't care. Not about your children, not about your fiancé, not about your life, not about your future, not about anything but your delusions. And once you have reached that point, there is only one way your story ends. When you lose everything and are reduced to a bitter, spiteful, self-loathing man with no friends, no family, and no one who cares about you, with nothing else to do but clutch his little camera while yelling at and blaming everyone for the sad and pathetic failure of a life that you made for yourself.
Okay, Tones. Okay, you're forgiven. I'm going to give you credit for those, of course, on our show instead of the combo show that we're doing right now. He showed a picture of Glenn, the I'm a dipshit cereal, as he's giving us my diatribe. I got to give you credit for that, Tones. Good one, +1 for you.
Okay, things got pretty deep and dark there for a bit. With no hope of pity or mercy at this point, let's close this out with a laughable reminder of just how stupid this guy is.
We'll be
Oh, wait a minute. We got stupid? I like stupid. Let's go with stupid.
back with you guys. I'll read through the comments later, and sorry if I missed you guys. All right, take care. Thanks for being in here, guys.
Josh, you didn't turn off your camera.
I was about to say that. I was like, did the fucker not turn that off?
Sorry, I fucked up taking the dogs for a walk. He just wanted to stop and talk to me for.
Yeah, don't fucking talk to him.
I'm sorry.
Now they fucking told everybody what we're doing and it fucked everything.
I'm sorry.
We didn't get any reactions anywhere else because they fucking notified everybody.
I'm sorry, MCC. Can you say that again?
Yes,
We
please.
didn't get any reactions anywhere else because they fucking notified everybody.
Oh, do go on.
You bet they got Ride on the horn. I hate when you don't talk to them. They absolutely fucking hate it. They'd have been fucking following us through this whole compound.
Mm-hmm. My bad. I'll.
Follow our lead, brother.
Yes.
That's why I said silent treatment. When they come in fucking deep, yeah, they do. You know they want to be tyrannical. You give them silent treatment, that makes it more likely. Mm-hmm.
I know you said you'd be giving us behind the scenes stuff, Josh, but this is far more than we expected.
Yes, keep it going.
And then by you talking to them, you patted their egos.
Well, I was trying to actually like separate and be like, hey, go check what those guys are doing.
Well, no, they had you. That's all they needed. One person that they could fucking interrogate and get information from. Pieces of shit. They come deep too. Yeah, they were ready to fucking tango. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't really answer any other questions about what we were doing.
Yeah, but they could tell. Right.
Well, you would think if they could tell, then they would just not.
Well, no, the fact that you stopped and engaged with them, let them know that you wasn't any kind of a threat. Usually that's their biggest concern.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
I take it back, Josh. This stream wasn't quite as boring as we thought it would be.
You got that
I
right.
hope you enjoyed your time with Frickin' Media and Michigan Constipated Crusader, because I don't think they're going to want to hang out with you again.
Ever.
Now that you have accidentally put out on live Frickin' Media and MCC confessing.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. He actually posted that on his. Oh dear God. He actually posted it on his channel. Oh shit. Oh God. That is just so fucking good. I'm sorry, Toads. Go ahead, continue.
What their real intentions are. And I think you know that because you took this stream off your channel. But it's too late. We now have this recording, Josh. There is now evidence confirming what, to be honest, all of us really already knew. That this auditing you guys do is nothing more than deliberately trying to instigate conflict with police. You devise tactics to arouse suspicion. You respond accordingly to create an environment of uneasiness. And when you get a reaction, you cause it to escalate so you can film it for clicks and views. And for once, it's not one of us in the watchdog community saying it. It's from their own mouths. So, MCC and frickin' media, I've never done any videos on you before, but I can tell you this. If I do, this audio is going to be there. Every time you come into conflict with a cop, every time you claim to be a righteous defender of free speech, all I have to do is play this clip, and we know the truth.
Yeah, we do.
But then again, maybe I'm just overthinking it.
I highly doubt you're overthinking it, Tones. When somebody's that stupid and posts the information themselves, oh, that is the better part of everything. He fucking lets the game out himself. Oh, that is just. Oh, I needed a good one there. That was good, Tones. Thank you. Thank you very much. That was good. I needed that one. That one I needed. Thank you. Oh, that is just so fucking good. That we needed. Oh, that is awesome. Alright, and that is Tones. Of course, if you wish to see more of his content, go ahead and search him up at Tones Overthinks It. 3 words. Overthinks is 1 word, by the way, of that on YouTube. Alright, give me just a moment as we continue to fight up the tower. And let's see. Oh, we're only 18 minutes in? I thought it was longer. I was gonna get us something small and finish, but alrighty. Irish Demon in combination with Van Bellion thinks he found himself a doppelganger in the sovereign citizen community. Irish, are you there? Can we bring you in, Irish?
Demon back with another video. Now, unfortunately, my family shame has been released for the whole world to see. Thanks, Van Balian. So, as you guys all know, I just recently returned from the United States. Not because I wanted to, and not because I had to for any other reason than to bust my cousin out of jail. Yeah, that's right. That guy that looks like me from Van Balian's video is my cousin. I can't actually prove that, but I would say there's a very good chance. So let's have a look.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I've got a sovereign citizen from Northern Ireland who claims to stand under his own skewed version of common law and thinks deregistering his car somehow absolves him of traffic laws. Another problem is he's going up against a no-nonsense Northern Ireland sergeant who isn't interested in debating his BS. Let's get into the video.
Now, the first mistake that my definitely not a cousin made here was doing this in Northern Ireland. Now, I don't know what your knowledge of Ireland is, but the northern part of our country has had a bit of trouble over the past few years. Troubles, if you will. And as a result of that,
that's an
the
understatement.
cops up there are pretty no-nonsense.
If I haven't committed a crime, I do not have to give you my name or details. So this is all being documented. The word here actually stays in our right there. Stand under common law.
Listen,
If we
I
have
don't
not
wanna hear
committed
your
a
nonsense about
crime, we
common
do
law.
not have to
You see-
give you our name
see
or
on the road
details.
traffic order. One minute, I want to speak to you, please.
Yeah, what the...
My name's Sergeant McHugh. I'm with Roads Police, and step out of the vehicle,
What
please.
for?
Because I want to take your head, please, because I believe you're a disqualified driver.
You believe I'm a disqualified driver?
Yes. What's your name? On the road traffic order, you're obliged to give me your name and date of birth.
Unless I've committed a crime.
Northern Irish English to regular English translation for you. A crime is a crime.
On the road traffic order. Regardless, no crime needs to be committed.
Well, what's your name?
My name is
And what's
Sergeant
your
McHugh,
number?
of Traffic Branch, 19916.
Right?
Alright? So you can sit there and quote all the common law stuff you want on the road traffic order.
Yes, but I
you
have
are
not
obliged to
committed
give
a
me your
crime.
name and date of birth. I am not going to ask you again. If you fail to do so, it's an offence. Do you understand that?
Yes, well, I have deregistered my birth certificate and I do not identify as a man under the
I don't care what you tell me you've done with your birth certificate. That's irrelevant. What is your name that you were christened with then?
My name is Wallace. McGreen.
Come on, step out of the vehicle there to get your identity ascertained here, please.
I do not.
You stay in the vehicle, please.
Thanks, sweet.
Now, I'd be willing to bet very good money that this genius told his friends as he was being pulled over, watch this, guys, I'm going to get out of this real easy. I'm just going to tell him that I'm not even a real person. Basically, I deregistered my birth, which is not possible, actually. And watch how I tell these peelers to get lost and they'll leave me alone. Didn't look like that happened, bud, the minute you got your collar felt and got yanked straight out of that car. Sorry, car.
This is a cosman race, sir.
Come over here. No, come on, mate.
You know, if Irish Demon wasn't in the US at this very moment, I would be checking his channel to see if he had gone full soft stick. But seeing as he is, it looks like I found his doppelganger, or shall we just call him Bizarro Irish Demon. Shout out to the real Irish Demon.
Now, I've never heard of this doppelganger thing of which you speak, but, this guy does not look like me, okay? He might have some of the features that are similar to mine, but I'm clearly much more handsome than he is. And a massive shout out to the one, the only Van Balian, the OG. Yep, never heard of this doppelganger thing. Oh. And yeah, I definitely was in the United States, and I definitely did not come back to Ireland to bust out my definitely not a cousin.
This guy is still being an idiot in the middle of the...
So he starts off this little interaction by saying that he has deregistered his birth certificate. Now, whether you like it or not, Northern Ireland falls under British law. And in the United Kingdom, you cannot deregister your birth certificate. There is no process by which to do that. Also, he refers to himself as a free man in Éire. Éire is the correct name for Ireland, basically. Éire is the island of Ireland. And I wish, as I'm sure he does, that the whole island of Ireland would once again be a country of its own. But as it stands right now, you standing on the side of the road claiming that you deregistered your birth certificate and that you are William Wallace is not going to be getting you out of this ticket.
And on go the cuffs. And that is how you turn what could have been a 30-minute traffic stop, potentially, into a 2-minute one. The unlocked car door helped a bit too, I guess. Either
Yeah, it
way,
helped
we
a
need
lot.
more no-nonsense cops like this.
I'd be willing to have a guess that this guy was driving without a license, probably lost it for something stupid, and when he was doing a bit of the old YouTube lawyering, he came across sovereign citizens. Now, whether you're in the Republic of Ireland or in Northern Ireland, you might find that cops, for the most part, are pretty no-nonsense. But Northern Ireland is a whole other cookie. I mean, the general rule of thumb is that you don't mess with anybody in Northern Ireland. So messing with a cop who is constantly on guard and in fear fear of their life is probably the stupidest thing you could do. Now, I hope for William Wallace's sake over here that he gets himself a proper lawyer that actually knows what they're talking about to try to mitigate this whole thing. You know, thankfully we don't see too many of these subsets here in Ireland. Maybe it's because we have a smaller population. Maybe it's because we don't have as much crap in our food. Who knows? But I would just like to clarify for the record that I am in no way related to this guy whatsoever. Get down, or I'm calling him back. Anyway, everybody, thank you so much for joining me today. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Massive shout out to Van Balian. Go over there and give him some love, as I'm sure you all will. And we will catch you for the next one. Now, in the meantime, I'm going to...
Okay, and again, this guy is Irish Space Demon. 2 words. And the video he took was from a YouTuber called Van Balian. Alright. Let's see, that was Thea. Let's see if either Chemo or Thea are now available for upgrade because of it. Chemo is left 6 away. Oh. Normally I wouldn't, but you're that close. And Thea. 1 away as a result. Well, here's 4 stars. Alrighty, next up. Are you there, Mike? We'll talk with Mike. You got us some new interesting court appearances today, I'm assuming? Okay. Well, let's have some fun then, shall we? And to begin, we go to, I believe, what is it? Cedric Simpson's court? Yeah, here we go.
Courthouse case, people versus Terrell Windman, excuse me.
Say Windman, Your Honor, not.
Amber here is written on behalf of Mr. Windman. Mr. Windman, if you are present, can you please unmute and state your name for the record?
Oh, he's present.
Uh-oh.
There's something wrong with this clip, but I just can't put my
Mike, what the hell? What the hell, Mike? Oh, I only talk about how snapper you are in your suit and tie, but no, God, put the suit and tie back on. By the way, he's nude from the waist up. That's all the camera shows, but dude, Mike. I'm assuming you're trying to give us a hint on how this defendant's going to appear.
Oh, Mr. Windman, is that Mr. Windman? I don't know if we can hear you. Now we see boxes. And you're walking around and something's a mess.
Mr. Windman?
You need to put on some clothes.
Oh, he's naked! Oh, shit!
I don't know who you are, but please.
He went to the bathroom, walked naked.
Cut that camera, please. This thing, because I don't know what's about to happen there. And the only thing I've got to say is sit-ups. That would help.
Oh!
Show it all to me. I'm going to tell you what I think.
I have a task to be in
contact.
Was that your client?
Ms. Harris?
With Mr. Windman, yes, Your Honor.
That was Mr. Windman? How do you recognize him? Never mind.
I'm not sure.
I don't want to hear. I don't know how you recognize him. So I will pass that. You give him a call. Tell him 2 things. He needs to work on his audio, and he needs to put on some clothes.
No problem, Your Honor.
Thank you. And tell them sit up. Sit ups, they work. They do. Just saying.
Sit-ups, they work.
All right. Court cause case. People versus Henry Williams. Oscar says hit like and subscribe.
Okay, it's not the one you're threatening them, but still, we don't need a dog talk.
Just is what I called charming, which it is. We're down to 171st there with Judge Ronhell and my new buddy Derek Wyatt, who, by the way, broke down the Hilligus case with me the other day, and it was really fun. A lot of talk with Mike gets mentioned, and I just kind of enjoy this. It's just them being sort of informal for a second before the call starts, and then they get very serious.
Mr. Wyatt, let's take care of Ante Torres. Mr. Wyatt, are you with us?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
I didn't realize you were in the waiting room when I called your name. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I've been trying to juggle courts. This morning, and I haven't made anybody happy.
No, don't you worry. I was a bit late today because I had another commitment. So I lost several lawyers, so I'm patient. I'm not angry today because you guys aren't here.
Did you see all the compliments you're getting on KLAQ for the last 2 days?
KLAQ is a local radio station there in El Paso.
No, why? What am I doing?
Well, it's from the video that where we were in court from a while back, and now I guess KLAQ is just picking up on it. They did like I guess they've got like a podcast, or they've got something. Justin sent me a link where they you can read, they wrote a story about it and stuff like that. But when you read all these stories, even if they're about me, the person who's mentioned the most is you.
Really?
Oh, the judge was great. He was this and that. My comments are most like, oh my God, look at this guy's beard. He needs to comb his hair, blah, blah, blah. But then after we get into it, it's like, oh my God, I really like this guy. This is pretty good. That's great reasoning. So, I got ridiculed and complimented all in the same show.
I've told you, Mr. Wyatt, this is great advertisement for you. This is fabulous.
Yes. Yeah, it's working out well. God really blessed me on that one.
Derek, are you an oldie child?
I am.
Oh, there you go.
You've made comments about it before.
That's the prosecuting attorney's voice we heard.
You look great. I like your background, by the way.
No, thank you. Yeah, that's why I had my little girl, and then I'm like, you know what? I guess I need one more child because I don't want her to grow up exactly like I did. I want her to be a little more leveled out.
That's
a little bit more?
Let me tell you, that may not be much.
Oh, God.
But Mr. Wyatt, that's awesome. Really, it really is a beautiful compliment to you. The comments that I read from Law Mike, is it Law Mike? Were awesome for you.
Law Talk with Mike. Yeah.
That's it. Well deserved, and I'm kind of in there, and I'm getting a couple of good things, so I'm happy about it.
Oh, you're getting the majority of it.
Oh, that's awesome, because I generally get bad publicity, so this is awesome.
Coming from the people, like literally tens of thousands of people, you're getting nothing but rave reviews. I looked at like a lot of comments, there's like hundreds of them. I don't see one negative one, not one. They're all just singing praises.
That makes me feel good, because generally I generate ugliness, and so I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear that people like what they see. That's good.
Yeah, so they're probably going to be tuning into court more.
I've gotten a lot more subscribers from YouTube. Let's put it that way, Mr.
I'm sure.
It's kind of booming. Yes. Thank you, Mr. Wyatt, for sharing that. I'm going to go check KLAQ. Thank you. Okay, let's take care of Mr. Ante Torres.
Well, that was fun. I couldn't resist it with Law Talk with Mike being mentioned. I just sort of enjoyed it. And then
Yeah, you had to get your plug in there, didn't you, Mike? But it was a funny situation, so I did not, beseech you. But I'm assuming you have a court case with them too?
They had this little chit-chat, which, by the way, is completely normal. It happens in court calls throughout the country every day. And then you can kind of see as we go to the next thing, it's a case, and it's a very serious case, and they just turn on a dime. It's all business. Everybody, the defense attorney Derek, the judge Rangel, the prosecutor is laser focused on it and thinking, all right, what's the best thing to do here?
Let me go ahead and call the case 2016-3558 and ask for the counsel, please.
Mark Spin for the state. State is ready, Your Honor.
Derek Wine, on behalf of Ms. Respectfully ready to proceed, Judge.
Okay, thank you. And you recognize your client, Ms. Torres, Mr. Wyatt?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I do.
And then, Ms. Torres, do you recognize your attorney, Mr. Wyatt?
Yes, Your Honor.
Let the record reflect that both have identified each other. Did you guys know that we're set for trial on March the 7th in this case? You guys? Mr. Spin?
I did not know that, Judge. However, I'll be asking for a continuance on this for this reason. One, she's a resident, so I can't take any type of generous deal like probation, because that's what they were offering. Can't take it. Number two, I sat down for an hour with mom and daughter, and they told me a horrific story about how mom was beaten, tortured, starved, choked, intimidated, everything into doing this stuff. And after you sit and listen to mom's story and daughter's story and all the things they have to say, you will just absolutely, tears will come to your eyes. It's so horrible. So I don't know, I'm having to search for some of the motions that I want to file, because I know we're going to have some foreign language translation issues that we're not going to resolve before March, whatever it is. I'm going to probably try to find somebody that's a battered wife syndrome expert to testify and explain what's going on here. I'll probably also ask for some type of diminished capacity. I'll probably have like Dr. Schutte or somebody, because I realize that might not be an absolute defense, but it's definitely relevant in punishment.
Well, it's mitigation.
Yeah, there's a lot of just horrible things, and I mean.
So this is interesting. So he starts off and says prosecutors offered probation, which is usually a good offer, and he describes it as generous, which is very deft, because it is. And then he just drops in there, she's a resident. So the way I read this, and I don't know, I don't do criminal defense. But the way I read this is I can't plead her to it, because she'll have immigration problems if I do that. And despite the fact that they've made an offer that I think is generous, I cannot recommend to my client to do it. And here's the reasons why these things happen. But you'll see as the clip goes on, he was appointed in this. So I don't do it, but I've not heard of anybody getting rich on appointed work. So he is absolutely going to the mat for this client on an appointment, and it's just interesting to see.
To be honest with you, after hearing her tell her story, it really touched my heart. Really, really did. Just because for a short period, I got a glimpse of what her life was like for so long and why this kind of stuff happened. And the other guy's a registered sex offender. He's in the pen. He's an abuser. All that type of stuff. So
didn't he get indicted and serving time for this offense too? Weren't they co-defendants in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
They were co-defendants.
So honestly, Mark, I'll give you a call, Mark, and talk to you about it. But I think you've already got your pound of flesh from the responsible party. And this person, Elizabeth, is just or Ellen Dean, I'm sorry. Ellen Dean, she's just another victim. She's just another victim in this whole circumstance. I will allow you, Mark, I will allow you to talk to my defendant. I'll allow you to talk to the witness, anybody. Because I guarantee you will not be able to hear this story and then want to punish her or hold her responsible for that.
Mike, now that's something big, and say I'm not an attorney, so I can't say personally, but having a defense attorney willing to let the prosecuting attorney have full access to them, that's something pretty big and normally doesn't happen. Am I correct or wrong on this, Mike?
Conduct it out.
And I appreciate that, Mr. Wyatt, and we're, that's something that I want to do. That is, I'm looking through the notes. That's not something I even see here, or even a mention of immigration status. So I understand where you're coming from. Just I want to make sure I've done my legwork, but with the circumstances surrounding this, yes, let's talk. I knew about the trial setting, but well, I would also ask, Your Honor, that Mr. Wyatt and I have a chance to talk, and for me and victim advocate or two even sit down with these folks. And Mr. Wyatt, obviously, you'll need to be present. I would ask.
Yeah, absolutely, Mark.
So you see that not only he's doing a really good job advocating for his client, but the prosecutors swayed by this and saying, yes, before we proceed with this, why don't we do that? It's a bold move that he's saying you can talk to my client. That, I think, again, is out of the norm for a criminal defense attorney to say. You've got to be pretty confident that story is persuasive. The prosecutor seems to be saying I could be convinced, but I have to justify this, and if we're going to do this, we have to have a victim advocate there, so everyone's not forgetting about what happened here, and then we can all get in a room and try to resolve this thing, and that's just absolutely the right approach from everybody involved, from what I can see. And I have limited information, but it just seems that everyone's open to doing the right thing.
This is gonna cost a lot of money with a mitigation expert, right? With a wife battered syndrome expert. This is gonna cost a lot of money.
Foreign language translation, all that kind of stuff.
Wyatt is court appointed, so.
And there may be.
Gonna have to pay. So I'm gonna tell you, Mr. Spin, and you, Mr. Wyatt, really engage in serious negotiations before all that money is expended. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Spoken like every judge I've ever been in front of. And I don't blame them. If I had the robe on, I'd be saying the same thing. But every judge is like, please, you two work out as much as possible before we proceed with this.
Yes, Your Honor.
I think that's what Mr. Spin was getting at. We're gonna sit.
It took in 20 minutes.
What's that, Judge?
Mr. Spin. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, so we're gonna have to do that. So let's get that done. Get that done quickly. Done. I want to set this up in 30 days. I want to see what you guys have done. 30 days. I think in 30 days you can at least talk and get into some kind of a negotiation posture to say, yes, we can settle it, or no, we can't.
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Yes, we said it is. Thank you. You may be excused on that one. Mr. Wyatt, did you have another one?
That's it for this morning, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Have a great day. Nice to see you. Thank you for that KLAQ tip. I will go look at it. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Bye.
Great day, buddy. God bless.
You too. Miss Torres, God bless you. Take care of your beautiful daughter. I hope your beautiful daughter Ruth takes care of you too. Take care of each other.
Thank you, Your Honor, and God bless you, and Wyatt, thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. God bless you.
God bless you. Take care.
Thank you, y'all, and God bless you.
Yes.
Bye-bye, guys.
Well, there you.
Alrighty, thank you very much, Mike. Beautiful little situation there. Quite nice. And yeah, it is nice to see how they can do one thing and turn the other, and that's actually a good thing, and I wanted to leave it in there, because there are way too many quote-unquote sovereign citizens who will try to immediately claim that, oh, they're talking with each other, they're all in cahoots. Like, no, stop being an idiot. So we'll just pad the last little bit of our runtime here today with some more on Karens. Why not? We haven't had Karens in a while. Karen! Oh, we're going to start today with Karen robbing a bank after being denied a withdrawal by the bank. Karen, what the fuck? She's climbing up and over the counter. That would be a felony, Karen. That is a fucking felony, Karen. That is a fucking felony. Felony.
I was gonna leave. I'm sure as shit glad I didn't, though.
Yeah, the guy Cameron's like, I'm glad I didn't leave. This is funny. All right, we got more Karens because, well, why? There are more Karens.
Oh, get in line! Do you want open borders? Do you want the illegals to come in here and start and steal and slaughter our children? Because I'm an angel mother. An illegal came over and drowned my 3-year-old boy. Hey, guess what? You're fucking... Oh, you're a communist? Oh, fucking commie? You sick bitch! You can go to any fucking country you want and live. Go to Venezuela! Go to Venezuela! Oh, you're a fucking teacher on top of it? Woo, girlfriend! Rip it out. You're a Tommy. Go to Venezuela.
Oh, somebody just... Oh! Somebody, hold on. Stop. We'll talk about that at Karen in a moment. Goddamn, go back. Person Cameron catching the Karen just got cold cocked from behind and knocked the fuck out. What the hell? I guess today's episode of Karen's is called How to Commit a Felony. Because that's 2 felons in a row now. Alright. So you said you had a Karen of the day? Is it another felony?
Karen of the day.
Don't park in front. Good! Tell me to stop parking in front of my fucking property! And that goddamn shit too! Park right in front of my fucking driveway! Go fuck yourselves!
Nobody parked in front of your driveway.
I'm not a fucking man! This is the same thing you're doing. You're on my fucking property. I want you on my fucking property. You big fucking left fuck. Leave me the fuck alone.
I'm gonna call the police now, okay?
Well, good. Get the fuck off my property.
Right.
Get the fuck off my property. God damn.
My phone's not recording.
Okay, another felony. Just go to the phone.
You broke my ankle. You broke my ankle.
What the
You
hell?
broke my
ankle.
Are you on drugs? Get the fuck off my property now.
Yes.
Who's parking? You park in front of my property.
God.
Don't park in front. Who are you servicing right now? Who are you? Stop it. Why? They're parked in front of my property.
Close the door.
He broke my ankle. He twisted my ankle. I'm calling the police on you.
Madison Avenue in East Brunswick. I'm trying to park in the street to do some work at a customer's house, and a neighbor came out and she just freaked out.
Gone insane.
This lady had just came outside and backed right up into the tractor because she knew it was right there. We're gonna move it. Give me a second. Don't spit in my face. Okay, back up. Okay, man, we're gonna move it. Can you give me 2 seconds? Can you give me 2 seconds? Okay, but you backed up into it on purpose. So you just said that you backed up into it on purpose. Yes, you did.
I believe she did. So we have another felony.
Are you for real, bro?
Yeah. Why'd she back into it?
She did it on purpose. Yeah, try to start it.
Yeah, that's stupid Karen, by the way. Oh, Karen at a soccer match. Not a smart move, Karen. Not a smart move. So we have a ton of felonies and a few misdemeanors. That was a good mix. And with that, we'll bring part 2 to a close. Come on back, of course, for the overnight, where we'll have a new interview with the immortal Art Bell. So be along for that. Of course, like, share, and subscribe. Get us those goals of 5,000 views and 1,000 subscribers. To get us to those goals, so they'll start sending us items for us, and then we can send them to you. Of course, the new sponsor is Ibotta. Information down in the comments right at the very bottom. Right now, you fill out and you sign up, you'll get $10 free. And you'll also get Super Bowl snacks free as well. Pizzas, chips, salsa, and that. Just go ahead and fill it out. Go to your store, pick them up, and enjoy your party this Sunday. Till we do meet in the overnight, as always, please make sure you do like, share, and subscribe. Be kind, and may your fights win in Dominion. And come on back as we continue in the overnight, here from day one.